If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 35 of the Inter Milan career mode here on FIFA 15. After two deadline day signings and a victory over Cagliari 1-0 in the opening Serie A game on Friday, we come into this one with a rather more difficult game at home against Juventus. Obviously, they won the league last time around and Rodrigo, our new signing, starts up top alongside Mauro Icardi with Freddy Guarin sat just behind them in our usual 3-5-2 formation. The last time we played Juventus, they beat us quite convincingly by 2-0, and that's definitely something that we want to get revenge for, because obviously losing games like that is what cost us Champions League football for this season. But they're playing the same formation that they did the last time we played them when they got that 2-0 scoreline, and they definitely started the stronger. Marchisio and Tevez linking up well before Tevez finds himself getting it to Pogba on the edge of the box. Kwadwo Asamoah has a good turn, gets a little bit lucky with the way that the defender misses the ball, but with a shot with his right foot, it's a good solid save by Bernd Leno. Doesn't necessarily have the best of handling, it seems, Bernd Leno, but is a very, very good shot stopper and always seems to keep the ball from going past him into the back of the net. Rodrigo, though, on his debut, turns inside brilliantly here. Good shot, but well saved by the now ageing Gianluigi Buffon, and it's a very good save, though, and he's able to pounce on it. Shows good reactions considering that age to get onto the ball again and stop it from dropping straight to Mauro Icardi. But Rodrigo's involved again here, gets it to Mauro Icardi, skips over the challenge, and Buffon can't do anything about that shot. Underneath him into the bottom corner, a very good finish from the Argentinian, whose place in the squad was under threat until, of course, we saw that Rodrigo Palacio's stats were starting to drop off, and his ability as a footballer was starting to deteriorate, which meant that we had to move Rodrigo on rather than Mauro Icardi. And Icardi, hopefully, will take that as a positive and continue to score decent goals for us the same way he did just there. Unfortunately, though, Kwadwo Asamoah is a man over on the far side, but then we get lucky. 99 times out of 100, he would have buried that in the bottom corner, but this time, for the one time out of 100, the 1% of the time, he misses the target. Leno comes and just gets nowhere near that attempted corner. Eventually does punch the second ball away, gets it to Pogba, then back to Anderson again, into Pogba's shot, well blocked, and I press the wrong button. I meant to press and hold square, not square, that's PlayStation. I meant to press and hold X to hoof the ball clear, and I pressed Alt A and just passed the ball straight back to Paul Pogba, who obliged by putting it into the back of the net. So unfortunately, we're back at 1-1, and on the hour mark, we're trying to regain our lead if we possibly can. Freddy Guarin gets the ball here. Perhaps could have turned and shot himself, but lays it off to Moussa Sissoko. It was a good shot, well saved by Gianluigi Buffon. Then 10 minutes from time, the ball's back up the other end. They brought on Morata for Fernando Llorente, and it's going to be a difficult final part to the game. Candreva here, so much space in the box, but again, Bernd Leno proving that he's a very, very good shot stopper and pushing that one away. So we're into the stoppage time at the end of the second half. Rodrigo on the ball, hasn't really done too much in this game so far on his debut. Freddy Guarin plays it around the corner to Icardi, good shot, but Guarin is there on the rebound to sneak us a 2-1 victory at home at San Siro to give us all 3 points against Juventus. The old lady could do nothing against us today, and Freddy Guarin, just the right place, the right time, continued his run into the box after playing it off, and we get all 3 points. So that's 6 from 6 so far in today's, well, not in today's episode, but so far in this season in Serie A, with a 1-0 win over Cagliari and a 2-1 win over Juventus there. So we head into the Europa League for the first time this season. We got PAOK, the Greek side, in our group, as well as Brøndby from Denmark, and of course Saint Etienne as well, who we played in the knockout stages last year, and of course beat them on our way to the Europa League final, and of course our Europa League victory. So we're playing actually a similar side to the one that played against Juventus, although as you can see, new signing again, Matteo Darmian is out on the left hand side with Rodrigo up top, and I think Safir Taider was playing in the middle as well, and Cavanda finds himself out on the right hand side rather than Gökhan Toure, who's been nailing down that first team spot since he came in the summer. But PAOK, an unknown to me. I don't know anything about them. Genuinely, absolutely nothing. So I wasn't sure what to expect. We had a decent free kick, though, here from Moussa Sissoko in the opening few minutes, but a good save by their goalkeeper Glikos to keep us out. And I was hoping, obviously, to get a decent victory if we possibly could. Obviously, Bromby, you'd say, would be the weakest side in the group, perhaps, with PAOK being, perhaps the third best side, and then it's between ourselves and Saint Etienne as to who's going to win the group. But obviously, if we can make a strong start in the Europa League, then that will put us in good stead for the rest of the group. And if we can get a good victory against Saint Etienne the first time we play them, then I'd make us favourites to win the group. As you can see, we've been dominant so far in this game, continuing to press forward here, trying to get ourselves a goal if we possibly can. Rodrigo in behind is going to use loads of pace here to get past the defender. Then a lovely Ronaldo top and a shot with his favoured left foot into the top corner, and that's his debut goal. He had his debut performance against Juventus and his debut goal against PAOK today. So really pleased with the way Rodrigo's settled in so far. Been heavily involved in everything going forward in these two games to this point, and hopefully he can only improve from there. I'm not too sure how good his weak foot is yet. I haven't as of yet had a chance to shoot with it, and I had the opportunity here but decided to try and turn in on his left. The move kind of died after that particular moment. I made the wrong decision, and because I hadn't tried him on his right foot yet at that point, I wasn't confident enough to try and smash it in with his right foot, so I tried to shoot with the left, or at least work it back onto the left, but the defence got back very well indeed. But we continue to be on top, as you can see. They made a challenge there, and I instantly paused it to go and make a couple of changes, came back, and it turned out that Naboa was actually going to get sent off for that challenge. When I initially paused it to make the changes, I had no idea that was going to be the case. I thought we just won a free kick in the middle of the field, and you see from the replay, Guarin gets the ball first, the ball comes through the back of him. The ball is already a good foot away by the time he makes contact with my midfielder, and the referee deems that to be a highly illegal challenge, highly dangerous challenge, and gives him a straight red card. So Dybala and Mateo Kovacic come on, and they were hoping, or I was hoping, that they were going to have a decent game against 10 men and maybe even help us extend the lead, because of course goal difference could be an issue in the group stage, although I believe it's the same as the league, where actually head-to-head comes into contention before goal difference, although it may only be La Liga that's head-to-head first. I think in Serie A it might actually genuinely be goal difference. I'm not too sure. There are different rules in different countries, and obviously being from England and only really knowing the BPL inside out, I'm not really too sure what comes first in Italy. I think it's goal difference, and obviously in the My Player we are in Spain, and it's the head-to-head that comes first, and I think it's the head-to-head that comes first in Europe as well, although obviously you guys will correct me in the comments should I be wrong with any of those points. But Dybala and Guarin link up here. Sissoko, this ball was meant for Rodrigo, but Sissoko's going to have the shot, and actually a good save by Glikos, was headed towards the far top corner. So despite going down to 10 men, they were able to hold out for just the slim 1-0 victory there, PAOK, and that could be vital not only for us at the top of the league in a negative sense, but in a positive way for PAOK at the bottom. If we hammered them there, and they do go on to get good results elsewhere in the group, then the hammering would have put them in a dodgy situation when it comes to whether they could or could not progress. But considering it was just 1-0, if they do go on to get good results, then that could be a positive thing for them, considering they did go down to 10 men. Obviously, as you can see, we're doing a squad report in the background. We do squad reports every Monday. If you are new to this series, then in the afternoon uploads and the evening uploads, we do or Career Mode 1 and Career Mode 2, as it says on the schedule. We always do squad reports on a Monday. As always, though, feel free to pause the video at any particular point if you want to have a look at someone's stats in more detail. A few players are already starting to grow, though, and we're only just into this season here, only just out of August, into September for this particular Serie A season, because we only played 2 games as well, because weirdly the Serie A season doesn't start until right before transfer deadline day, whereas in other competitions, especially the BPL, you've already played 2 or 3 games by then, as well as a cup tie in the Capital One Cup as well, at the very least, maybe even 2 cup ties by that stage. So the Serie A starts very late, but it does get quite congested later on in the year, so we are going to have to use our quality in depth that we've acquired over this particular transfer window. I think we have improved the squad enough to be able to contend for the title, and I'm hoping for a minimum of Champions League football this season after the quality of players we've brought in, and the improvement we've made, kind of replacing on an individual basis. As one player goes out, we've brought a better player in that position. So hopefully we're going to be a better side this year. Juve having a slow start. Obviously our defeat of them leaves them in 9th after victory in their first game in the league, and there's 4 of us so far that remain unbeaten. Well, not 4 of us remain unbeaten. 4 of us remain with a 100% record. Lazio, Palermo, ourselves and Sassuolo, and there are 8 sides that remain unbeaten after 2 games of the season. We'll hope to remain unbeaten after the next episode tomorrow, but that is going to bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. As always, of course, it really does help the channel out when you guys leave loads of likes on the videos, and of course subscribe if you haven't already to make sure you don't miss out on any of the FIFA 15 career mode content coming to you here. If you follow me on Twitch as well, there'll be a link in the description, then you'll never miss out on a stream either. I do stream at 8:45 PM GMT every single day, so of course I'll be streaming over there tonight as well. Transfer window with Arsenal in Season 5, so we'll definitely check that out, and of course follow me on Twitter as well. Link will be in the description, then you can stay bang up to date with everything that happens with me, whether it be YouTube or Twitch or just in general. But that is all for now. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you later on tonight with a Career Mode Road to Glory episode.